everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Onine, and if you're a returning subscriber, what's up? How are you doing? So on today's video, I have my pretty little sister. How you know my little?
Hi.
I have my pretty little sister, the most intelligent in the family, the tallest. Are you the tallest or? Baduchi is still the tallest. Okay, my younger brother is actually still the tallest. I am the shortest. Like, I'm still the shortest. But I think I'm the finest. I don't know why. Each time I say I'm the finest, this little girl would start laughing. Who is the finest in the family? Are you the finest? Anyway, she's the finest, she's the tallest, she's the most intelligent, she's the baby of the house. I don't know. I am 15 years. I need to I'm always restanding it in her ears so that she will know that she's still the baby of the house. Like, can you imagine? I'm 15 years older than this one ton one. But it's so nice to have you on my channel.
Thank you.
So today we'll actually be talking on raising a self-confident child. Do you think you're confident?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you think you are?
I think 7.
7? I think you're more than 7 though. Like, I think you're very confident. Onyekachi is that kind of child that knows what she wants. Like, she's not indecisive, unlike me. I actually wore this clothes onto rich auntie vibes kind of thing. You get all this rich auntie, you know. Anyway, let's get into today's video. We're actually talking about raising a self-confident child, a child who doesn't hide things from you. And I think Onyekachi is that kind of child that doesn't no, you're supposed to introduce yourself first. So meet my baby sister. Hello, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Onyekachi.
Why are you speaking British English for us? Okay. What class are you in?
I'm in SS2.
Okay. Onyekachi is actually a very brilliant child. She's doing well academically, but for today we are not talking about the academic aspect. We are talking about a child who doesn't hide things from you. Like, we train her in a way that she opens up to us. She tells us things. My kid sister is actually one very outspoken child. She doesn't get scared of the repercussion of things. She knows what she like. Now I just asked her who is the most beautiful. She knows in her mind that I am not the most beautiful, but she will not argue with him. She knows what she has in mind though. She will know, okay, you're not the finest, but I don't have strength to argue with it. I don't know if is it because you know we are older than you. Are you scared of replying? Because I know you do that to others as well. You know what you want to say in your mind and you're just like, okay, believe whatever you want to believe. Why do you do that? Yeah?
Nothing.
But okay, now that I asked you who is the finest, in all honesty, in your mind, who do you think is the finest?
Me.
You. So why didn't you say it when I said I'm the finest?
Nothing.
So that's the kind of person she is. She will not argue with you. She's that decisive. Like, she knows what she wants to do. If you take her to the market and say, okay, give her 2 things to pick from, she already knows which one she wants to pick from. Unlike me, I'll be like, okay, this one, that one. And I think it was from upbringing. From our upbringing, we actually made her very comfortable, not to be scared, because as at then, we already knew pedophiles. Because it all started with pedophiles wanting her to have that self-confidence in herself, and I think we did a very good job. Did we not? So we also make Onyekachi so comfortable. Like, the training we actually gave her is, because you know most children don't talk to their parents because these strangers or these abusive people will tell them, or bullies will tell them, if you tell your mom you would die, bad things will happen to you. We started from a very early age to let Onyekachi know that if an evil person tells you not to tell your parents about anything, that person is evil. We gave her that lecture that that person is evil. Feel free to always tell us whatever problem it is, and whatever problem it is. And I think to an extent Onyekachi opens up to us, and she knows that whatever it is she come up with, whatever it is she tells us, would always be ready to fight. Especially me, I am always ready to fight whoever. So but there was a time your school teacher flogged you 42 strokes of cane, or about 47 strokes of cane. She didn't tell me about it. Why?
Nothing sure, but I told mommy and I told Broduchi.
But I was one that came to school. I came to school before then. You didn't tell me. It was now your friend. It was now a friend of ours that now tell me that see what happened, or that they flogged your kid sister 47 strokes of cane.
Oh, it's true, it's true, it's true.
Yeah, so why didn't you tell me?
I forgot.
You did not
I
forget.
forgot or something.
You did not forget, because I remembered when your friend told me that they flogged you 42 strokes of cane. You now told me I should not act about it.
Okay, yes, I said you should not ask because I know that the teacher might like maybe go and tell father or something. Then from there the bullying will even increase.
The bullying will increase. But I've always told you that no matter what the bullying is, nobody can intimidate you. Is it not so? I've always told you that. But why did that particular incident make you scared? Because I remember in our former school, just a summary, Onyekachi changed her school to this very new school. She's a new student in that school, and her teacher flogged her 42 strokes of cane. For what? Because she did her clothes like this puppy. Onyekachi is that kind of person. She's not vocal about things. She won't say how she feels. She just takes it in and just ignore you for being probably stupid or lousy or whatever it is you are being at that moment. But she won't tell you. But at home, she's a very outspoken person. She can talk from morning to night, expressing herself, telling you how the day went. But outside, people are like, she's so quiet. But at home, she's a very free bird. So in her new school, her teacher flogged her, and she didn't tell me. A friend of ours now told me. And immediately the friend told me, she was like, sister, don't act. Because me on a normal, that teacher would explain, why would you beat my kid sister? Is she animal? Why? The friend actually told me, and I controlled myself. I did not make noise. I went to meet another teacher. I made sure they addressed it. Do you get? We were able to address it. So you see, it's actually not bad if you actually speak out. It was amended. At least I know the particular teacher that did this thing was punished also, after I told mommy too about it. And then she actually did something about it because I didn't keep quiet. And there was a time again someone was bullying her in school, but this time around it was in her former school, and the person was taking your provision or so. And she came back and she told me, actually went to the school. I met with this particular student. This student would take her provisions, take a lot of things from her, and we eat all her stuff and ask her not to tell her parents. But because of the training we actually gave to Onyekachi, she came back home and she told us everything. The next time she was going back to school, I made sure I left every appointment I had. I went back to school with her, isn't it? I went back to school with her. So I think a lot of parents should look into it. Pay your child that attention. Don't always shut them up when they want to say things. And we actually started that from a very early age. If Onyekachi wants to talk to anybody, in fact, I think it made her not to have respect, because anytime she wants to talk, she thinks it's her right, she would say that thing. So we give her that audience. Anytime she has something to say, we listen and we take actions. We don't just listen and then ignore. No matter how tiny it is, no matter how tiny our complaints are, we make sure that we actually get it sorted out, so that she gets that mindset to tell us things when things are going wrong. So what do you think Have you ever do you have classmates, friends, or maybe people you've met on your way that are not so confident, they are not so vocal, that they don't say things, they're always scared or something? What do you think was the cause?
I think maybe their home training or something like that.
From their
Like,
home training?
yeah. I think right from home they've not been that confidence to like open up both on the outside and the inside. I've met with people that are like they won't both at home they won't open up, rather they rather die in silence, which I think is really bad. So I advise also that each parent should give their child like this should give their child this should train their child to be very confident and very open both on the outside on the inside and on the inside, because it's very important. What if something wrong happens to that child? The child will only be dying on the inside and won't tell you until something drastic happens, and you be like, oh, well, what have I done wrong? Not knowing the fault is from you, yeah, because you're meant to give her that home training that will boost her confidence wherever she is. And it's and this lack of confidence also like degrades her esteem. It gives her low self him or her low self-esteem to do whatever she wants to do. Like me, if I want to say something and I know it's really important, there's no need going behind you to say, rather I'll just tell you in front of you. That's just it. Not hiding every time to do something or like something like that. No, I don't think it will lead me anywhere. That's why I just love the way my parents trained me to be confident and all that.
Sorry to cut you short. Oh. What role do you think that we did, like significant role that we did right from childhood that actually made you have this confidence in yourself? Can you tell us, like, what do you think? Maybe not just me, maybe mommy, sister Oge, brother Uche, like what role do you think we played in building your self-confidence?
Okay. I remember when I usually come back from school, maybe my face will be usually if I come back from school, my school uniform is not always too rumpled. Cause if there's any stain on it, it may be either food stain or I was sweating and I played too much in school. But if it gets too dirty that something happened, they will not be like, talk to me what happened. My parents will be like, talk to me what happened. Don't hide anything from me. Even before I go out, they'll be like, anything that happens to you, come back and tell me.
Yes.
Don't even talk to strangers. Just come back straight
Yeah,
home
I,
and
I
talk.
remember we actually I remember we do that all the time. Like there was a time when Onyekachi was already in GS1. I think it was in your GS1 or GS2. I wanted to have this sex conversation with her about her body, about abuse and all those things, and I was like, has anybody touched you carelessly? Has anybody done this or that? And she was like, sister, are you trying to say what did you even say? Are you trying to ask if someone has abused my body? And I was like, okay, yes, that's what I'm trying to ask. And she was like, nobody has done that, and they've actually taught us in school. So I think schools should actually do this as well, like teach these children what we are actually scared of teaching them. Okay, for instance, if I did not tell her these things and she doesn't even know about it, how was she supposed to like know what is happening if a pedophile tries to abuse her? Because we have this conversation all, like we have it when necessary. We talk about she not being scared. I tell her all the time that if things like this happen, you should know it is not your fault. And even if she tells me stories of people that were abused by their parents, the kind of drama that I start acting, I'll be like, hey, they have luck that it is not my sister. They have luck, it is not it. So she knows the kind of drama I would act if she was the one involved. I don't pray that happens. And if you're a little girl and you've been abused, just know it is not your fault. And please try and speak out. Try and speak out. It is not your fault that you were abused. It is actually the fault of the abuser. Parents, please try and let your child talk. Let them talk. even if you're busy with the computer, even if I'm busy with computer or I'm doing something, if she wants to say something, I'm like, okay, I'm listening. She knows when you are listening. Like, she came home, she wrote a novel, she writes too, yeah. And I used to read her books as well, but recently she came back and I've not read the book. I did not even know how she knows that I did not finish that book. She was just carrying face on me that the book I wrote, if I've not, but I've been so busy. Like, I've been so busy. I've been so busy, honestly, but I'll still take her time to read that book. So I think that's all. What do you think? Do you have any other thing to say?
Mm, yeah.
Or
If you think um like if you're thinking where will you start from to make your child confident, where will you gather all this courage to train her, just call her in, sit her down and talk to her face to face, mother to daughter. Like, have that deep conversation with her, and you will see she will open up. Like, even what she has not even told you before, what you don't expect to even hear, she will tell you. Because there's no way she can hide. Like me, once I lie, my sister, she knows that I'm always lying.
lie detector, she cannot.
Once I lie, there's this look I usually.
But you're beginning to develop resistance to that my detecting machine. But I'll still keep catching you, Sha. Keep talking. I'm listening.
So if you are like, just have a one-on-one conversation with her. And
But you know, some kids will keep denying whatever it is that is happening to them. Maybe their abuser threatened them. I think the parents should start earlier to tell the child about
Yeah.
this threat this abuser has come up with. Do you get? I think parents should have that conversation. Let the child knows that this abuser would make you swear, make you think you're going to lose your life, but you won't lose your life. If you're that child listening to this, you would not lose your life. That is just empty threat. I tell her all the time, empty threat. If they are coming with Dibia, we are coming with God. We would like, you cannot compare God's magic to juju. Ordinary, that thing is ordinary. You know juju would happen. Talk to your parents about it. Don't be scared. Be confident. You're beautiful just the way you are. You are. So speak out. Whatever it is that that hinders you from talking, please try and talk to your parents. They might have a solution to it. And if you're a mother, enact the chiaro, like you cover a person's sin. That's not nice. Just please be that role model to this child. Any other thing?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I hope this helped a little girl regains her self-confidence. I hope this gives a girl child that protection she needs. I hope this help a parents realize that there's more that we as parents have to do. There's more we as siblings to these younger girls. We have a lot of work to do. We need to constantly remind them of their body parts, how to protect it, and should, in case the unforeseen happens, we should let them know it is not their fault and they can do better by telling us. That's the end of today's video. I hope you find it interesting. If you find it interesting, please give it a thumbs up. Until I come your way next time. Bye.
Bye.